if you have the early access, you can play the game for 6 days, and if you don't, you can play it for 3 days. And let's analyze this for a second. Everyone get the Bob Ross emotes going in the chat. I think it's Rax Paint. Yeah, there we go. Let's see them. Okay, so on 2/24, we have Diablo 3 Season 28. Right? Then on March 17th through the 19th, you can play the D4 beta if you've purchased early access, if you purchased a version of the game with early access. I think you get early access no matter what if you pre-order the game, right? I think it's just if you're pre-ordering. So if you have early access, you can play for these 3 days. Then on, what is it, the 24th through the 26th? 24th through the 26th, anybody can play. Everyone can play. And then they said that if you play these 3 days, your characters will carry over to these next 3 days. So they will carry over, but they will be wiped on launch. Okay? And then we fast forward 3 months, and then on 6/6, we actually get the release date. Now, when you play this beta, you can level the 25 out of 100. You can play all of Act 1, which is one zone, which is Fractured Peaks. And I think it's everything included in Fractured Peaks. So if I'm not mistaken, this is exactly the same as the press. Oh, 6.2. Oh, yeah, 6.2 is early access. Yeah, 6.2 is early access. Thank you. Okay. So everyone in the world will be able to play on March 24th, right? Get to level 25, you can play in Act 1, you can play in one zone. I guess one question that they didn't answer, I didn't hear them answering, can you play all 5 classes? Because in our version, you couldn't play the Necro and you couldn't play the Druid, right? Were those the 2 you couldn't play? So the remaining question is, can you play all 5 classes? So that's the big question mark here. So I have played the press preview. I have played the press preview version. I've played this before. And I can tell you that probably, yeah, as a new player, if you haven't played this, you will get to experience a lot of the game through that, from the campaigns and the quests and the side quests and the renown and da-da-da-da-da. That is true. You will definitely get a good feel of if you like the game. You will see the combat engine, you'll see the way that the monsters work and stuff like that. So I think if you're on the fence about whether you want to play Diablo 4 or not, being able to play through the entirety of Act 1 and one of the zones, which there's only 5 zones, so it's giving you 20% of the game, well, at least the campaign, it's giving you a good amount of the levels. And you can get pretty far in the skill tree at level 25. You're going to be in very, very good shape. So, I think this is going to be good for everybody. I'm very surprised at these dates. Very surprised. I thought mid-April or late April was the earliest they would do this, because the tattoo shops that they have that give out the beta keys go through April. So I don't understand why they go through April when the beta is in March, unless they're planning to do another one. And, you know, this is the reason for players to play. Players play the beta to play the game, to get a feel for whether they're going to like the game or what's coming. But the reason why Blizzard wants to do this beta, I mean, they just point blank said it in the interview, is because they want to test the servers. We all remember how Diablo 3 went. Diablo 3 was a catastrophe. We couldn't even play. Diablo Immortal's launch, also known as the game which will not be spoken. The game that will not be spoken's launch actually went really well. We could all play it without lagging. So it will be very interesting to see how these go, especially on the 24th through the 26th when everybody can play. If the servers can hold up on everybody playing the beta, maybe there's some hope that on launch we can actually play the game. So that's the update, guys, on Diablo 4. Very excited. It's very nice. Within a month, we're going to have some really nice content. The Dead Zone is going to be from March 17 to 6/6, but I think somewhere in the middle here we get the new Zelda game, right? So we'll just play that.